Welcome to Yoga with Stacey. Today's session will be focused around our warrior movements, our warrior poses. As we move through the sequence, we'll experience each of our warrior variations. Let's begin in Vajrasana, Thunderbolt pose, in this kneeling position, sitting on top of your heels. Close down your eyes and allow your breath to deepen. With each inhale, lengthen through your spine. And with each exhale, let your hips sink heavier onto your heels. Inhale new energy and prana. And exhale to let your shoulders soften down your spine. You might like to have your palms turned up towards the sky, more open and receptive. Or you might choose to have your palms turned down on top of your thighs, allowing you to take your awareness more inside. And as you breathe here, gently in and out of your nostrils, allow yourself to become fully present into your physical body. Take a couple more breaths here, maybe deeper and more into a yogic style breath, inhaling deep into the pit of your belly, drawing it up through your side ribs and all the way up to the tops of your lungs, and pause. And then exhale out from the top of your lungs, through your side ribs and down out of your belly. A couple more like this. And float your hands to heart center, Anjali Mudra, with your thumbs pressing against your sternum. Take a moment to set an intention for your practice here. Breathe deep into your intention as you take a moment to visualize and manifest. Let's open the practice together with the sound of one resonating Om. Inhale deeply to prepare. Om. Gently blink open your eyes. Inhale your arms wide, stretch across your chest. As you exhale, turn to your left, I'll mirror you. Take your right hand to the outside of your left knee, your left fingertips behind you. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, maybe twist a little deeper. Start to look over your back shoulder. Another breath here. Inhale to center, arms wide. Exhale over to your second side. Inhale to stretch up tall. Exhale to deepen into the twist. One more breath here. Inhale back to center. And take your arms up overhead as you exhale. Inhale to rise up onto your knees. As you exhale, lengthen towards your left side. Take another breath. Inhale back to center. Exhale over to your right. And continue to flow with your breath here in and out, and in, and out. Inhale back to center, hips forward, lift up, maybe slight back bend. And draw your hands to your heart. Find your way to all fours. Stacking your wrists under your shoulders, your knees under your hips. And take a moment to sway your hips from side to side here, feeling into your body, feeling into your spine. Curl your toes, lift your hips high, downward facing dog. Bend deep into your right knee as you drop your left heel towards the earth. And stay close with your breath here. Inhale your heels up. Exhale, bend your left knee, drop your right heel to the earth. Stay for a breath. Inhale through center. Exhale, drop left heel, bend right knee. Inhale through center. Exhale, drop right heel, bend left knee. One more time each side. And out. And in. And out. Raise both heels one more time, find your way back to center. And then bend into your knees, allow your heels to move a little closer towards the earth. Check that your hands are at shoulder distance, pressing firmly into all four corners of your palms. Spread your fingers wide on your mat. And as you press into your hands, see if your heart can move a little closer towards your thighs. Start to walk your hands back towards your feet at the back of your mat. Bow here in your forward fold, Uttanasana. A slight bend in your knees, or maybe a deeper bend in your knees, to allow your torso to rest on top of your thighs. You might like to grasp hold of your elbows with opposite hands. Maybe take a little sway here from side to side. Breathe into the back of your heart space, your upper back. Release your fingertips to the earth. As you inhale, bring them to your shins, lengthen your spine, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, bow forward, Uttanasana. Inhale again, halfway lift. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, rise up halfway. Exhale, bow. Keep a slight bend in your knees. Take your arms wide. Rise all the way up to standing. Press your palms above your head. And draw your hands down to your heart. Take a cleansing breath here, in through your nose. Out through your mouth. Another cleansing breath in. And pour it out. As you inhale, sweep your hands to sky and press them together above your head as you take Temple Mudra. Lengthen up. Feet at hip width. As you exhale, bend over to your left side. Lengthen through your right side waist, your right side body, like we did on our knees. Inhale to lengthen up. Exhale to the right side. Move with your breath here in. Exhale. Inhale to center. Reach up, maybe gaze up. Exhale to right side. Come back to center. And bring your hands to heart. Still at the back of your mat. Sweep your arms to sky. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, send your hips back. Let your heart come forward. Bow. Inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, walk your hands along your mat and find your way to the top of your plank. Pause here for a moment. Option to lower your knees to the earth. And breathe here for 3. Firm into your belly for 2. Press hard into the earth for 1. And then lower all the way down to the earth. Lengthen your feet back behind you. Press the tops of your feet down into your mat. Hug muscle onto bone with your legs and lengthen your arms down alongside your body. Draw belly button to spine. Hug your shoulder heads back and down. As you inhale, lift up. Spread your toes, spread your fingers. And breathe here in Shalabhasana, locust pose for 3. Gazing to the end of your nose for 2. For 1. And lower yourself down to the earth. Take your right cheek to the floor. Bring your big toes to touch. Let your heels flop out to the sides to create more space in your lower back. And let your shoulder heads fall to the earth. Feel free to close down your eyes. Take a moment here to tune back in. Realign your ankles. Press the tops of your feet down into the earth. Turn your face back towards your mat. As you inhale, hug belly button to spine. Firm your belly, your buttocks, your legs. And fly high here for another 3. For 2. For 1. Beautiful. Lower your legs down, but bring your hands under your shoulders. Curl your toes. Engage your thighs. Press off your knees or your toes to the top of your plank, elbows in tight. Lift your hips high. Downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Take a couple of breaths here to realign, to reset your position. As you inhale, float your right leg to the sky. As you exhale, step it through to the top of your mat. Hug your legs in towards one another and rise up. Land on your exhale. Inhale to lengthen. As you exhale, step to the top of your mat. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bow. Inhale, rise all the way up to standing. Press your palms. Exhale, hands to heart. 1 cleansing breath here in. Pour it out. Inhale, sweep to sky. Exhale, hips back, heart forward, bow. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step your right leg down your mat. Keep your right knee raised. Scissor your legs towards one another and inhale to sweep up. Exhale to land. Stay for a breath strong and straight into your back leg. 1 more in-breath to reach up to sky. As you exhale, frame your front foot. Step back to your plank. Option to lower your knees. And then lower halfway for Chaturanga Dandasana or all the way to the earth. Inhale, cobra, your back bent, firm belly, shoulders back and down, elbows in. And press over your knees or toes. Downward facing dog. Take 2 breaths here. As you inhale, sweep your left leg to the sky behind you, flex your foot. Exhale, step it through to the top of your mat. Keep your back knee raised. Rise up. High crescent lunge, Anjaneyasana. Stay for a breath. Pour it out. Soften your shoulders, down your back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, frame your front foot. Step to the top of your mat. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, bow. Inhale, rise up, reach up, gaze up. Exhale, hands to heart. Cleansing breath. And out. Sweep your arms to the sky. Forward fold, swan dive. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back. Left leg down your mat. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, land into your legs. Take a deep breath in. A long breath out. One more deep full breath here. Exhale, frame your front foot. Step back to your plank. Option to pause halfway chaturanga or all the way to the earth. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog, firm belly, firm legs. And then press over your knees or toes to downward facing dog. Take 2 deep breaths here in and out. In and out. Inhale your heels high. Bend your knees deep. Gaze to the top of your mat and step or float up to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bow. Inhale, rise all the way up to standing. Press your palms and hands to heart center. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale, bow. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the earth. Step or jump back. Find your plank. Option to pause halfway or go all the way to the earth. And then inhale your heart forward, shoulders back and down, cobra or upward facing dog with legs lifted. Exhale, press back over knees or toes, downward facing dog. Take 2 deep breaths here. As you inhale, float your right heel to the sky, flex your foot. Exhale, step it through to the top of your mat. Plant your back heel down. You might bring your back foot a little closer to the top of your mat and have your left toes pointing to the left corner of your mat. Square your hips to the front of your mat. Hug your legs towards one another and then rise up on an inhale. Exhale to land deeper into your front knee. Warrior 1, Virabhadrasana 1. Stand strong here in your legs, pressing firm into the blade of your outer foot and all 4 corners of your front foot. Take another breath here. As you exhale, windmill down, frame your front foot, step back to find your plank. Option to flow or come straight to downward facing dog. Take a breath. Inhale your left leg to the sky. Exhale, step it through to the top of your mat. Plant your right heel down, toes to the top right corner of your mat. Hug your legs in towards one another, reach up, rise up, maybe gaze up, and land into your legs. Take a breath here. Inhale to lift. Exhale, windmill down. Step back, find your plank, optional flow, or come to child's pose or down dog. Take a breath. One more together, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, right leg to sky. Exhale, step it through to the top of your mat. Find warrior 1, rise up, inhale. Land on your exhale. Inhale to lift up, hips still square to the front. And then as you exhale, spin your back heel all the way open so that you parallel your back foot to the short edge of your mat. You might need to heel toe your front foot into the center so you have heel to arch of your back foot alignment. Bend deep into your front knee, lengthen your arms long and wide. And soften into the pose. Let your shoulders relax as you lengthen your fingers wide. Enliven and engage here. Take a couple more breaths. And then flip your front palm as you inhale, reverse your warrior back. Keep your legs as they are. And take a few breaths here, reaching your fingertips to the sky. Scissor your legs towards one another. And find a lightness, a buoyancy in your upper body. Soften your shoulders down away from your ears. On your next inhale, rise back to warrior 2, gaze over your front middle finger. As you exhale, windmill down. Frame your front foot, curl your back toes, step into your plank. Option to flow or come to a resting pose. Take a couple of deep breaths here. Inhale your left leg to the sky. Step it through to the top of your mat. Land your back heel down. Rise up, warrior one. Exhale, deepen into the pose. Inhale to lift. Exhale to land. Lengthen up. As you exhale, spin your back heel open, heel to arch alignment, Virabhadrasana 2. And over time, we're looking to get this front thigh parallel to the earth. So you might wriggle that front foot a little further forward to see if you can deepen a little more into the pose. Dance up against your edge, feel into your body, it's your practice. Scissor your legs towards one another. Check in with the alignment of your back foot. And once you find that stability into your legs, gaze over your front middle finger. And take a couple more breaths here. Drawing your shoulders down but lengthening your arms away. Keep scissoring your legs towards the midline. Flip your front palm. Inhale, reverse your warrior back. Stay for the out breath. A couple more breaths here. And hug up your back knee towards the core of your pelvis as you breathe here deeply. Feel stability into the foundations of your legs with a lightness and buoyancy into your upper body. Inhale to rise back, warrior two, gaze over your front middle finger. As you exhale, windmill down, curl onto your back toes, step back to your plank, and option to flow or come to a resting pose. Take a couple of deep breaths in downward facing dog. Let's build on those previous poses. Inhale, right leg to sky. Exhale, step it through to the top of your mat. Land your back heel down, warrior one, rise. As you exhale, spin open, warrior two. Land. Take a breath here. Inhale, flip your front palm, reverse your warrior. Keep your legs low as they are. As you exhale, come into side angle, elbow to knee or hand to earth, top arm to the front of the room. Inhale, flip it back. Stay low in your legs. Exhale, extended side angle, Parsvakonasana. One more time, sweep it back. Exhale. Inhale, warrior two. Curl onto your back toes and find your crescent. Land deeper into your legs. Lengthen up on your in-breath. Option to bring hands to heart. An option to stay exactly where you are and practice your balance here. Or you can start to shift your weight forward into your right foot. Lift your left leg off the earth. Parallel your body to the earth. Warrior three, Virabhadrasana 3. Flex your back foot. Spin your inner thigh of your left leg up towards the sky. Square your hips. Option to have your arms either side of your body. Or for more challenge, you might like to try stretching your arms out overhead. And wherever you are, breathe for 3, for 2, for 1. Tap your left toes back into your crescent lunge, rise up. Exhale to land. One more deep in-breath. Exhale, frame your front foot. Step back, find your plank. Option to flow or come to a resting pose. Two deep breaths in downward facing dog. Second side, inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, step it through to the top of your mat. Land your back heel down, so keep your hips square to the front. Inhale to rise up, warrior one. Land into your legs. Inhale to lift. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Deepen into the pose. Flip your front palm, reverse your warrior back. As you exhale, stay bent into your front knee. Take your elbow to your knee and your top arm to the front, or your hand might find the floor. Inhale to sweep back. Exhale, come forward. Inhale, sweep back. One more time forward. Come back to your warrior two. Spin on your back toes. Lengthen up into your crescent lunge. Land a little deeper into your legs. Draw hands to heart center. Option to stay exactly where you are, hugging legs in towards midline. Or you might like to start to shift your weight forward into your left leg. Press your right heel away from you. Spin your right inner thigh up towards the sky. Option to keep hands at heart or take them either side of your body. You might even like to take your hands overhead for the fullest expression of warrior three. Maybe a little smile comes onto your face as you breathe for three, for two. Keep hugging up through your standing leg for one. And then tap your right toes back into crescent lunge. Rise up, inhale. Stay for the exhale. One more in-breath. Exhale to the earth. Step back, find your plank. Option to flow. Or come straight into child's pose. One final breath here in down dog if that's where you are. And then find your way into Balasana, child's pose, either with knees wide, big toes touch, arms outstretched, also known as downward facing hero's pose, or for traditional child's pose, knees together, arms down by the sides of your body. And rest your forehead down onto your mat. Close down your eyes. And take 3 more deep breaths here. As you let your breath wash over you, move through you and around you. Start to walk your hands back under your shoulders. Press your way back up. And find yourself into a seated posture here, with your legs long, outstretched along your mat. Flex your feet back towards yourself. Inhale, reach your arms to sky. As you exhale, bow forward over your legs. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to deepen. 2 more like this, just letting your hands fall wherever they fall. Soften into the pose. Take a couple more breaths wherever you are, allowing your head to soften towards your legs. As you inhale, unravel your spine, rise all the way back up. And find your way down onto your mat. Hug your knees into your chest. Apanasana, cosmic egg. Giving yourself a little squeeze here. You might like to have your head just resting onto your mat. Rocking your knees from side to side, maybe taking some little circles in either direction. And then taking a figure 4 stretch here. So place your left foot onto the earth. Cross your right ankle over your left. And then if you're already feeling a stretch, please stay here. Otherwise, you can lift up your left thigh and wrap your hands around the back. Flexing both feet will give you a little more of a stretch into your right glute muscle. Feel free to close down your eyes. And take a few deep breaths here. Release the stretch. Lower both feet to the earth to allow yourself to change sides. Right foot pressing into the earth, left ankle over right thigh. Option to stay there or draw your leg a little closer to yourself. Flex both feet. Roll your shoulder heads back and down. Feel free to close down your eyes again. And breathe into your left glute muscle, your left buttock. Breathe in spaciousness. And breathe out any tension, any blockages. Let them dissipate and release. Take one more deep breath here. Release the stretch. Take the soles of your feet to the earth. Keep them at hip distance, your knees stacked over your ankles. Take your arms down by your sides and your fingertips should just be able to brush your heels. As you inhale, lift up your pelvis. Roll through your spine one vertebra at a time into bridge pose. And you might like to take your hands clasped underneath your back, lengthening your arms away from you, drawing the heels of your hands towards one another. And you can roll your shoulders even further under your back to lift and breathe from the back of your heart space. And take 3 more deep breaths here. Or you can just have your arms down by your sides. If you have the bind with your hands, gently release it. And then lower yourself back down to the earth. Take a moment here with knees together, feet a little more outstretched to the long sides of your mat. Just take a moment here. Let's take one more cycle of bridge. Bring your heels back into alignment. Check the distance with your fingertips. As you inhale, start to roll your pelvis off the earth. Keep your knees stacked over your ankles. Clasp your fingers at your lower back. Roll your shoulder heads back and down. And breathe here for 3, for 2, for 1. Release the clasp. Gently lower your hips down onto your mat. Lengthen your legs out. Take your feet towards the long edges of your mat, toes out towards the sides, with your arms outstretched at least 45 degrees away from the body. Palms cupped up towards the sky. Take length into the back of your neck, a little wriggle of your hips. Allow yourself 2 conscious, nourishing deep breaths here. And settle into a few moments of Savasana, meditation in dead man's pose. Allow your mind to wander as you relax here. And I'll let you know when it's time to arise. Begin to deepen into your breath. Allow your awareness to return to your physical body as you bring some gentle movement back into your fingers and toes. Start to reawaken here. You might like to reach your arms above your head and take a full body stretch, nice and long from fingertips to toenails. I invite you to hug your knees into your chest. And when you're ready, roll over onto your favorite side for a couple of deep, full breaths. Use your upper arm as a pillow for your head. Press into your arms and find your way up into a tall seat. See if you can keep your eyes closed down or a gentle half gaze. Lengthen up through your spine. And once you've found your way to an easy cross-legged position, bring your hands to rest at heart center. Inhale, length into your spine, reach the crown of your head towards the sky. As you exhale, soften your shoulders, heavy into your pelvis onto the earth. Take a moment to reconnect with your intention from the start of your practice. Hopefully you've been able to cultivate a sense of your inner warrior in our practice today. So see if you can carry that through the rest of your day with you. And let's seal our energy together with the sound of one final Om. Inhale deeply to prepare. The light within me sees and honors the light within you. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.